Hello, children. An uncomfortable bed. This is the first chapter from your Gulmohar book. Let's start the chapter. An autumn, I went to spend a few days with my friends in Picardy. My friends are fond of practical jokes. I do not care to know people who are not. Now, here in these lines, the story is about the writer and his friends who visit Picardy during the autumn season, and they want to spend few days like vacations there. Now, when I arrived, they gave me a grand reception which at once made me rather suspicious. They cheered loudly, embraced me, and made much of me as if they made expected to have great fun at my expense. Now, in these lines, the authors tell that the writer thinks that his friends are planning something, planning a kind of a practical jokes on him. They gave him grand reception and made much of me. Made much of me man means he gave him a lot of attention and importance. Now, I said to myself, look out, old Fred, they have something in store for you. It means they are planning something for you. During the dinner, the mirth was excessive. The joy was excessive. Their joy was excessive. It means the writer's friend's joy was excessive. I thought, it means the writer thought, here are people who are really amused, too amused. There does not seem to be any reason for so much mirth. They must have planned some good joke. Surely I am to be the victim of the joke. Attention. Now he was very careful that something is going to be happened. Everyone was very much happy. Everybody was very happy, overjoyed there. Now, what happened? The entire evening, everyone laughed at the exaggerated fashion, and just as a dog can smell whatever it is hunting, I could almost smell a practical joke in the air, but what was it? I was watchful, restless. I did not miss a single word or a meeting or a gesture. Everyone seemed to be suspect, and I even looked distrustful at the faces of the other guests. Now, in that evening, everyone was so happy, so joyful, इतने खुश जिसकी की कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं. Everyone was over happy, overjoyed. He thought that something is going there, something is going to be happened. You know, dogs, they are the power of smell. Like that, अब writer को भी intention हो रही थी that something is going to be happen. Now, the writer was careful. He was aware of something. The institutions indicates that something is going to be happen. So he was careful. He was not very comfortable that, so he didn't missed anything, any word, any meaning which his friends conveys. He was very watchful regarding all this. The writer felt that everyone was the suspect. It means all of them, all his friends was the suspect. And he was not able to have trust on anyone. Now what happened then? The hour struck for going to bed. The whole household came to accompany me in my room. Why? They called me good night. Now what happened? Now it's the hour to going to the bed, and when the writer moves towards his room, everyone was accompanying him. Sare uske friends was accompany him. So the writer thought that what is the need to accompany everyone? Everyone is coming with me. What is the need of that? It's a doubtful situation. I entered my room, shut the door, and remained standing. Without moving a single step, holding the candle in my hand, I heard people laughing and whispering in the corridor. Without doubt, they were spying on me. I cast a glance round the walls, the furniture, the ceiling, the hangings, and the floor. I saw nothing to justify suspicion. I heard person moving about outside my door. I had no doubt they were looking through the keyhole. Now, when he entered the room, he shut the door but still standing there, holding the candle in his hand. When he entered the room, he heard the sound of laughing and whispering outside the room. Now, so the writer knows very well that his friends were going to crack joke on him, and someone of his friends are peeping or looking through the keyhole. We were looking through the keyhole means they were peeping through the keyhole. So he was trying to figure out what will be the thing which will be used to crack the practical joke on him. So he was standing and checking everything, the wall, the ceiling, the floors, the everything, each and everything. He was doubtful that what is going to happen. The writer here hears the footsteps also, the footsteps of the people outside the door. Now what happened? And an idea come into my head. My candle may suddenly go out and leave me in darkness. So I went around the room and lighted all the candles, and I could find. After that, I cast another glance around me without discovering anything. Now what happened? Now the writer was an idea in his head. He was holding the candle, and then only darkness will be left around him. So he goes around the room and blow all the candles in the room, and then glance around the room and want to know, is there anything be which his friends crack joke on him. So he looks everything, but he discovered nothing. He want to just know that what is the thing. With the help of that, his friends cracked joke on him, but he discovered nothing. He didn't discover anything suspicious there. So he moved with short steps, carefully examining the room. Nothing. I inspected every article one after the another. Still nothing. I went over to the window. The shutters, large wooden shutters, were open. I shut them and great care, and then drew the curtains, enormous velvet curtains, and placed a chair in front of them so as to have nothing to fear from outside. Now the writer wants to know what is the thing which he wants to show. Now the writer takes small steps and carefully examining the room, and he finds nothing. Now he checked every article one after the another, but he got nothing. Then he moved towards the window. The shutters were open, so he shut the shutters and he drew the curtains, and the curtain are very big in size, and the velvet fabric. The curtain are with a velvet fabric. So he kept a chair over there so that the window may be tightly packed or difficult to open. So he knew he had not fear from outside the window. Now he was a little bit comfortable. Who come and crack joke on him? Still he can feel, he has the vibes that maybe they will be the person who joke crack on him. So he will be the target on the joke. He thought that someone, his friends will make crack jokes on him. So what happened? Then I sat down cautiously. I refers to the writer, he sat cautiously, very carefully. The armchair was solid, and he felt that the armchair was solid, and I did not dare to get into the bed. However, the night was advancing. The night was advancing means रात बढ़ती जा रही थी, and I finally came to the conclusion that I was being foolish, and I was certain that my friends are spying on me, waiting for the success of whatever joke they had prepared. But in that case, they must have been laughing at heads off at my terror. I could not let them have so much fun at any expense, and I made up my mind to go to bed. Now, the writer sat on the chair very carefully, and it's an armchair and it's solid, but he was not very confident to get into the bed. Now the night was advancing, रात बढ़ती जा रही थी, and finally he felt that maybe he was thought and useless things, maybe he was foolish. Now the writer was quite confused as he heard the footsteps of his friends, having the vibes that somebody peeping through the door. They were eager to know the joke being cracked on the writers. So they were watching when this happens now. Now, children, this is till paragraph 12. From the paragraph 13, I will explain in my next video.